Welcome back to Firestorm Games and another hobby table unboxing. This time we're going to be looking at the mighty Warmaster himself, Abaddon. As is usual in these videos, we will be assembling Abaddon whilst discussing his design and construction. So let's get started. Abaddon's previous incarnation was old, very old. His metal miniature released in the early 90s was old enough to have settled down with kids by now, so an updated miniature was long past due. Hot on the heels of Marnius Calgar's plastic rendering last December, we finally have a miniature worthy of the Warmaster mantle. In the time that's passed since his last crusade, Abaddon has grown to be much larger and therefore a much more imposing presence on the battlefield. This is most likely as a result of two things. Firstly, Warhammer itself has been slowly getting larger and larger over the years, especially in the case of Space Marines and their Chaos equivalents. The scale creep left behind many of the older models meant that the Abaddon that used to look good amongst your army would now look more like your warband's mascot. Additionally, Abaddon is the de facto villain of the Warhammer 40k and arch nemesis of the likes of Calgar. It made perfect thematic sense to bulk him up so that the strength of his character was reflected in the size of his miniature. Finally, such an iconic character has a miniature to match. Abaddon now stands a clear head above a regular Chaos Marine, which is probably about as big as he could get, while still being lesser in stature than a full-blown Demon Prince or even a Primarch. This makes him the perfect centerpiece model to lead your forces of Chaos. What's nice about the new Abaddon is that he's still easily identifiable. He still bears all the hallmark designs of the Warmaster, such as Demonic Blade Drachnin, which still features the notches above the crossguard and the writhing faces along the blade's length. In his right hand, he still wears the Talon of Horus, a fearsome artifact that once belonged to Horus himself, which he holds aloft in a pose synonymous with the cover of the old Eye of Terror Codex. The rest of his armour is covered in similar familiar aesthetics, albeit with much finer sculpting and crisper detailing than his previous rendition. It's great to see that designers have stayed true to his style and haven't deviated in any large way. The result is a well-detailed and imposing miniature that still retains his iconic appearance. So how is the kit itself? Well, it's a full plastic multi-part set which is most strongly reflected in the miniature's pose. The more powerful looking stance with wider arms and legs is only made possible by the multiple parts, something that just wasn't as easily done in the older metal incarnation. Games Workshop have also capitalised on his multi-part aspect by adding in details to areas that wouldn't normally be seen once fully assembled. This makes his model perfect for conversion opportunities. Personally, I think that Abaddon, with a few tweaks, could easily be used to represent a much more impressive Demon Prince than what is currently available. As well as being multi-part, Abaddon is also somewhat multi-choice too. In the kit, you have the option to assemble with and without his cloak, and also the choice of 3 heads. One stoic and reserved, one where he's pulling a fearsome snarl, and finally one where he's equipped with a rebreather for the harsher battlefields. And here we have the fully assembled Abaddon, with a Chaos Space Marine just so you can see how big this guy really is. Overall, I think this is a fantastic looking miniature that is full of detail. He was a long time coming, but he's been well worth the wait. If you're looking to pick up Abaddon the Despoiler for yourself, he is available on the Firestorm Games web store for at least 10% off the RRP, and you'll find a link to its page in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, do let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to be kept up to date with our latest videos. So we just want to say a big thank you for watching this video, and we hope to see you again on Firestorm Games.